Well, that means that they're not held accountable for them. That means come judgment, their sins have been washed clean. As ultimately we see that this comes to happen in Christ. And Christ's blood covered them all. Now, what we're going to also find is that the ger are actually in the covenant. And this is a difficult one for one Westers to swallow, but the text is clear. And Moses summoned all Israel and said to them, this is Deuteronomy chapter 29, jumping ahead to verse 10, you stand today, all of you, before the Lord your God, your chiefs, your tribes, your elders, and your officers, even all the men of Israel. So you got all the men of Israel. They're standing there today, it says. Your little ones, your wives, and the alien, the ger who is within your camps, from the one who chops your wood to the one who draws your water. So these are hired workers. That's what they're doing. They're acting as hired workers. Now, I've heard one Wester say, oh, they're servants. There's no basis in saying that these are servants. It could have just said you're servants. But this is the depiction here is that even the lowliest of them are there. They're standing there today before the Lord. Now notice that part. You stand today, all of you, and the alien is included among those who stand there, that you may enter into the covenant with the Lord your God, and into his oath, which your God is making with you today. So you stand here today, all of you, and that all of you includes the alien, that you may enter into the covenant with the Lord. Verse 13, in order that he may establish you today as his people, and that he may be your God, just as he spoke to you, and as he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and Jacob. Now notice the next part, because some will say, oh, the you is just referring to Israel. That's what they're going to say. It's just referring to Israel. Well, that doesn't work. Watch what comes next. Not with you alone. So if you stand refers to just Israel, okay. Not with you alone am I making this covenant and this oath, but both with those who stand here with us today in the presence of the Lord. Go back to verse 10. You stand here today, all of you, and who does that include? The alien who is within your camps. So even if you is just the flesh and blood Israelite, the alien still stands there in the presence of the Lord. So it says, now, not with you alone am I making this covenant and this oath, but both those who stand here with us today in the presence of the Lord, the alien, our God, and with those who are not here with us today, not with us here today. So that's going to be future generations, both those born into it and those who come to join in the covenant, as we're going to see.